Imagine a world where communication traveled faster than the speed of light, where messages could cross vast distances in just a few days. Genghis Khan, often viewed merely as a brutal conqueror, was actually a visionary who understood the power of information. What if I told you that he established a system that laid the groundwork for international communication? Today we'll delve into how Genghis Khan's postal system was created and why it was revolutionary. Why was a postal system so crucial for Genghis Khan's empire? His territory stretched from China to Europe, a vast expanse that required efficient communication. As the empire expanded, the need to relay messages quickly became paramount. Without effective communication, strategic decisions could not be made, and vital information could be lost. This urgency led to the establishment of a structured communication network, ensuring that orders reached generals in distant lands without delay. Understanding this need reveals the strategic mindset of Genghis Khan. He wasn't just focused on conquest, he prioritized effective governance, recognizing that a well-informed army was key to maintaining control over his sprawling empire. Genghis Khan implemented the Yam, a groundbreaking system of relay stations equipped with fresh horses and riders poised to transport messages. Imagine a network of stations placed strategically along main routes, each one designed for rapid exchanges. Riders, selected for their speed and endurance, became the backbone of this communication system, capable of covering impressive distances quickly. But the Yam was more than just a postal service. It was a military advantage that allowed for swift decision-making in times of crisis. It ensured that Genghis Khan could respond to threats or opportunities with remarkable speed, highlighting the innovative methods he employed to keep his empire running smoothly. This system didn't just facilitate military communication, it also had profound impacts on trade and diplomacy. With the ability to send and receive information quickly, merchants could engage in trade across the empire without unnecessary delays. Diplomats could negotiate treaties and form alliances more effectively, fostering a sense of unity among diverse cultures. This interconnectedness transformed the empire into a thriving network of economies and ideas, illustrating how Genghis Khan's innovations went beyond military needs to influence international relations. But what about the long-term effects of Genghis Khan's postal system? The principles behind the Yam system inspired later postal services in Europe and Asia. The communication innovations of Genghis Khan paved the way for more sophisticated systems, including the Pony Express in the US. His methods not only facilitated rapid communication in his time, but also shaped the future of global communication systems. This legacy highlights the profound and far-reaching effects of Genghis Khan's vision, illustrating how one man's innovative thinking could alter the course of history. What innovative methods did Genghis Khan use for his postal systems? The answer lies in his remarkable creation of the Yam, a sophisticated network that revolutionized communication across his vast empire. Imagine a series of relay stations strategically placed along major routes, each equipped with fresh horses and riders who were always ready to transport vital messages. This system was not just a postal service, it was an ingenious military advantage that ensured swift and efficient communication, essential for governing such a sprawling territory. Genghis Khan understood that to maintain control, he needed more than just brute force. He required a way to relay orders and gather intelligence swiftly. Each Yam station acted like a modern-day rest stop, allowing riders to change horses and continue their journey without delay. This innovation allowed messages to traverse the empire at unprecedented speeds, facilitating rapid decision-making. Riders were carefully selected based on their speed and endurance, ensuring that they could cover great distances quickly. But how did this system affect the daily lives of those within the empire? The Yam not only allowed Genghis Khan to communicate with his generals, but also facilitated trade and commerce. Merchants, now able to send and receive information quickly, found new opportunities for business. This connectivity was revolutionary. It meant that information about market prices, available goods, and trade routes could flow freely across the empire. The Yam system transformed the economic landscape, making it easier for diverse cultures and economies to interact. Moreover, this postal system had a profound impact on diplomacy. Diplomats could communicate more effectively, allowing treaties and alliances to be formed rapidly, which was crucial for maintaining peace and stability in the region. This interconnectedness created a more integrated world, breaking down barriers between different cultures and allowing for a rich exchange of ideas, goods, and traditions. Exploring the Yam system illustrates that Genghis Khan was not merely a conqueror. He was also an innovator who recognized the importance of communication in building a successful empire. The legacy of this system demonstrates how Genghis Khan's vision extended beyond the battlefield, laying the groundwork for future communication networks that would shape the world long after his time. How did this postal system influence trade and diplomatic relations? The impact of Genghis Khan's postal system, known as the Yam, extended far beyond mere communication. It revolutionized the way merchants and diplomats operated, creating a bustling exchange of goods and ideas that had not been seen before. Imagine merchants, once hindered by slow communication, now able to send and receive messages in mere days. This newfound speed opened up lucrative trade routes across the vast Mongol Empire, enabling economic prosperity like never before. Our merchants thrived under this system, as they could quickly relay information about prices, availability of goods, and market conditions. communications. Picture a trader in Beijing receiving word of a demand for silk in Europe, all thanks to the swift messages carried by yam riders. This communication network not only boosted individual wealth but also stimulated the entire economy of the empire. It allowed for a dynamic marketplace where opportunities could be seized almost instantly, fostering a thriving economy that interconnected cultures across continents. On the diplomatic front, the yam system was equally transformative. Diplomats could communicate swiftly, facilitating treaties and alliances with unprecedented speed. The ability to send messages quickly meant that negotiations could progress smoothly, allowing for a more stable political landscape. Picture a Mongol envoy racing to deliver a treaty proposal to a neighboring kingdom, with the outcome having the potential to shift power dynamics across the region. This capability meant that Genghis Khan could maintain peace or assert dominance through timely communication, which was crucial for managing his expansive empire. This interconnectedness had lasting effect. The postal system not only helped forge strong economic ties, but also created cultural exchanges that enriched societies throughout the empire. Different cultures could share knowledge, ideas, and traditions, breaking down barriers that had previously separated them. As a result, the Mongol Empire became a melting pot of cultures and ideas, illustrating how Genghis Khan's innovations went beyond military needs to foster international relations. Examining this impact allows us to appreciate how Genghis Khan's postal system laid the foundation for a more integrated world. It was not merely a means of communication, it was a catalyst for trade and diplomacy, driving growth and interaction across vast distances. This historical legacy continues to influence how nations and cultures interact even today, highlighting the far-reaching effects of Genghis Khan's vision. What long-term effects did Genghis Khan's postal system have on future communication networks? The legacy of Genghis Khan's postal system, known as the YAM, extends far beyond its time. It established a framework for communication that influenced postal services across the globe. Most people think that modern communication systems emerged only in recent history, but the roots trace back to Genghis Khan's innovative methods. The principles behind the YAM system, with its relay stations and swift riders, provided a model for later postal services. This model was particularly evident in Europe, where similar systems began to emerge, adopting the idea of rapid message delivery over long distances. Imagine the influence of the YAM inspiring a network that could connect cities across continents, facilitating trade and communication like never before. As time went on, these innovations set the stage for the development of more sophisticated systems. In the United States, the Pony Express was a direct descendant of the ideas pioneered by Genghis Khan. It allowed messages to be carried quickly across the vast American landscape, mirroring the speed and efficiency of the YAM system. The Pony Express was not just a postal service, it became a symbol of the American spirit of innovation and determination. Genghis Khan's methods didn't stop there. They also laid the groundwork for modern communication practices that we take for granted today. The need for effective governance and military communication has evolved, but the fundamental principles remain. Today, we utilize technology that enables instant communication, but the idea of a structured network for information exchange can be traced back to the Mongol Empire's innovations. This legacy of communication is not only significant for understanding history, but also for appreciating how interconnected our world has become. Genghis Khan's vision demonstrated that effective communication could unite diverse cultures, economies, and societies. By recognizing the importance of his postal system, we can see how the past shapes our present and influences our future. In conclusion, the long-term effects of Genghis Khan's postal system resonate through history, showing that the seeds of innovation planted during his reign blossomed into the sophisticated communication networks we rely on today. This highlights how one man's vision transformed the world, illustrating that effective communication is key to connecting civilizations across time and space. And now you understand that Genghis Khan's contributions extend far beyond the image of a brutal conqueror. He was in fact a pioneer of communication systems that connected civilizations across vast distances. Most people think of him solely as a warlord, but the innovations he introduced laid the groundwork for international communication as we know it today. You've uncovered how his postal network, known as the YAM, was a key factor in the success of his empire. This system of relay stations and mounted messengers allowed for the swift exchange of information, making it possible to relay commands and gather intelligence in a way that was unprecedented for its time. The YAM system wasn't just about speed, it was about creating a structured communication network that ensured order and efficiency across the sprawling empire. As you reflect on Genghis Khan's legacy, consider how his innovations went beyond military needs. The postal system facilitated trade and diplomacy, allowing merchants and diplomats to communicate quickly, which ultimately strengthened alliances and fostered economic ties among different cultures. This interconnectedness not only boosted trade, but also laid the foundation for the relationships that would shape the modern world. The principles established by Genghis Khan's postal system influenced future communication networks, including the development of postal services in Europe and Asia. His methods even paved the way for innovations like the Pony Express in the United States, showing that the need for effective communication transcends borders and time periods. In summary, Genghis Khan was more than a conqueror. He was a visionary whose whose postal innovations connected civilizations and changed the course of history. Next time you think of him, remember these insights into how he transformed communication and laid the groundwork for the international systems we rely on today. His legacy reminds us that effective communication is the backbone of successful societies, shaping how we connect, trade, and interact across the globe. If you enjoyed this epic journey, please subscribe to our channel for more thrilling historical tales. Don't miss out on new videos. Hit the notification bell to stay updated.